Don Clawson. I grew up in North Hollywood, California. I've always had an interest in flying, but it was not until World War II that my interest became a reality. I was working in a gas station the day Pearl Harbor was attacked.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
I was in high school at the time, but was eager to join the service like my father had in World War I. I graduated a month after my 17th birthday and enlisted in the Army Air Force. I attended Parks Air College in Cahokia, Illinois to prepare for pilot school. My official basic training began July 1st, 1944 at Amarillo Army Air Force Base. During World War II, I was a private, and I never encountered major battle as I did in later years. During basic training, I met a guy from Los Angeles, Bill Clark, who was the orneriest cuss in the world, and we became good friends later. There was such a variety of soldiers at our camp in Amarillo, and we even had Italian POWs on the base. It was not until September 1944 that I started training as a cadet to become an Air Force pilot. However, in World War II, they overestimated the casualty rates of air crews, so they recruited too many potential pilots, and we only lived under cadet rules and never flew. I did not get my feet wet until later when I flew bombers during the Cuban Missile Crisis and recon during the Vietnam War. Starting in 1960, my crew began flying airborne alert missions. These were called Chrome Dome. The missions were 26 hours long, and we had 2 major refuelings over Spain. These missions became the Airborne Alert Cuban Missile Crisis. As a captain, my crew and I flew over large areas of the world carrying the most lethal load of weapons ever imagined. 6 thermonuclear weapons, 2 Hound Dog missiles, and 4 Quail drones. The authentication tables to bomb the Soviet Union were hanging around our necks to authenticate an execution message. There were as many as 616 large thermonuclear weapons being flown over the Northern Hemisphere. That was up to 1/3 of the B-52 forces, flown mostly by majors and captains. We were darn lucky we didn't blow up the world, and no thanks to the political or major military leadership of this country. It was only when I realized the extent of the potential damage that my crew and I held in our control that this war was so real and serious to me. Once the message was sent out to drop the bombs, by anyone authorized or not, it could not be recalled, and we had no choice but to follow the instructions. I felt a tremendous sense of responsibility for the lives of so many people. After 20 years of service, I was required to retire, but that did not stop me from still helping my country. For 16 years, I worked for the GTE Government Systems in Mountain View, California as an intelligence analyst. After being with the Air Force so long, I'd experienced many things that many people will never encounter. These experiences have changed my life by putting things into perspective. Although there are some experiences I wish I could forget, there are others that I would not trade for anything. Now I have settled in Morgan Hill with my second dear wife of 12 years and the rest of my family. In 2003, I wrote a book entitled, "Is That Something the Crew Should Know?" so that my Air Force stories could live forever. Thank you.